r/AskReddit. What's the fastest you've ever gone from caring about someone to straight up loathing them? Former friend bailed on me when we were supposed to hang out, and so I called my then girlfriend to see what she was doing, and I could hear him talking to her parents in the background. Having your friend bang your girlfriend and her parents? That's rough. Damn. Sorry man. It's in the past. But it wasn't the only time something like that happened to me. I have some pretty serious trust issues that I am actively working on. It seems to be going well so far, as fast as it took for his wife to call me at work to tell me that he was not only married, but had 3 children including a newborn. That is brutal. Sorry. This was when I was still in my teens many decades ago. It broke my heart until he started stalking me. My hurt turned to hate quite quickly. You're better than my cousin. At least. She was divorced, in her 40s, when she met a man at work and started sleeping with him. His wife gave birth to his kid. He had 2 older kids too, and my cousin was still sleeping with him. Then he got divorced and my cousin married him, and he's a great guy. Yep, sure he is. He only cheated in his pregnant wife and then left her, a newborn and 2 older kids high and dry. But yes, he's totally a great guy. One summer back in high school years, I had a crush on this girl and we'd hang out when we weren't working together. A friend of mine would keep insisting that I should just ask her out. So I mustered my courage and asked her out. Yeah, it was a glorious fail. I still remember when she smiled and told me the truth. That was when I found out that they had been secretly dating for a year and thought it would be a lark to just duck with me. 100-0 in a few words and a vicious smile. Like that. Except friend kept insisting that I lose my virginity to my boyfriend, who she was secretly ducking the entire time we dated, and they thought it would be funny if he took my V card. Friend at a bar tells some people we just met how her mother died. Later in the night I express my sympathy. Now she's without parents. She told me hush hush a few years prior about how father had passed. Wait, did I tell you back then my dad died? I thought I told you it was my mum. No. Both my parents are still alive. When we were in uni I just read in a book telling people a parent has died isn't good way to get sympathy. Haha. Ducking sociopath. What an utter pose. Reminds me of a guy from my school who was in my acting class, and he used to pretend to break down and cry, then when asked what was wrong would say my mom dad died, and after gathering a fair crowd he'd laugh it off and say it was a joke. Yeah man, hilarious. He did this multiple times with multiple groups of people. Loved, still love, playing Pokemon, and I had no female friends with the same interest. Found out about this group of guys that played it after school. Got really excited and made plans with them. I waited for hours and they never showed up. Next day I overhear my best childhood friend laughing about how annoying I was and that they had to hide from me to play in peace. That really hurt. 1-year friendship with this girl. I invited her over to my new apartment. She came over and wanted to gossip about her co-workers. When she paused, I tried to add into the conversation, make a joke, give reassurance, add a comment, etc. But she would immediately raise her voice and start talking over me. I kept getting angrier every time it happened until I was actually loathing her internally. She was so self-absorbed that she didn't notice I went from smiling and engaged to frowning while staring off into space. After 2+ hours of not being allowed to talk, I made up an excuse to kick her out of the apartment and then vowed to never see her again. Sounds like one of my current friends. Only has time to talk about herself. Doesn't care for my opinions unless it somehow contains her. Only asks about my life after she's run out of things to complain about. My ex-girlfriend. We were childhood sweethearts. Dated from 17 to 25. Found out she was cheating on me with her boss, who was more than twice our age. Then proceeded to find out there was many more occurrences and she was a very different person than the person I'd been dating. Shattered. That's almost exactly my story. But I didn't find out until I was 30. I feel for you. My best friend back in school got a F from the teacher. Me and him asked if we can go to the toilet. I go to the toilet to text a bit with friends from other school. He goes to the parking lot and scratches the teacher's car. School break and the teacher finds his car. We both get called to the director etc etc. Friend said that we both scratched the car. IQ showed the teacher my phone to show him I was texting and couldn't have scratches his car. Told friend to duck off and went out.